Hello, good morning, good evening. Welcome back to Jason's General Store. Today we're doing a traditional historic event and we're playing Mono Burn. I got the deck list from Abojiimtg. Deck solid. I've had a pretty good run with it in ranked historic, but I haven't really been grinding. It's not where I've been at recently, but I think it performs quite well. It's quite fun and impactful. It can definitely catch your opponent by surprise. And basically the strategy, like most burn decks, is just to burn your opponent out. You want to get things like your Dragon Rage Channeler or your Bomat Courier out early. Your Bomat Courier can help you regenerate your hand because it exiles a card and then brings it exiles a card every time it attacks, and then you can discard your hand, sacrifice it, and then refill your hand with whatever was in or which was exiled by the Bomat Courier. It's also good to get Dragon Rage Channeler out early because you can then play spells like Play with Fire or any of your other sorcery spells to not only look and surveil the top of your deck and see what's coming up next, but then also to provide Delirium for Dragon Rage Channeler, making it a 3/3 flyer. It's also been nice, I found, when you get your Thermo Alchemist down, you can ping your opponent and then do things like light up the stage or skewer them just to keep smashing it for damage or finding more cards in your deck. And then you have Bone Crusher Giant, which helps create more bodies on the board, and your Torelf, which conjures up lightning bolts into your deck. So if you get this out, you can conjure repeatedly lightning bolts into your library, and then when you do things like light up the stage or electrostatic blast, you can find your lightning bolts pretty simply. The way electrostatic blast works is when you play an instant or sorcery spell after electrostatic blast, it then takes the exiles the top 3 cards of your library, and you can cast one of those after. So if you do something like electrostatic blast on their end step, then you can, I don't know, hit them with whatever sorcery spell, let's say Static Discharge, and then sometimes find a lightning bolt to finish them off. You also have Den of the Bear Bug, which is another good finisher. If you're just going aggro on them and then you have removal, you can usually kill like one of their last creatures and then on their end step, and then on your turn use Den of the Bear Bug and finish them off for whatever's left. Same thing with Ramunap Ruins. I've often killed people with that final 2 damage clause by sacrificing the Ramunap Ruins to itself and pinging them for the final 2 damage. Sideboard, you have Grib Lavamancer, which I found to be most effective against decks that are similar to yours and destroy or burn the creatures that you have in the battlefield. So then you can just tap it down, exile them from your graveyard, and deal 2 damage back to them. A Braid's good for like cats or so like Witch's Oven or decks that have a lot of creatures. You bring in more removal. Rolling Vortex I found to be good against control or decks that are trying to gain life. Just pinging that extra 1 damage per turn can often be enough to kill a control deck. I found Chandra to be also good for control. Just providing that extra 2 damage from the +1 and then causing them to have an extra threat has been helpful. Curse of the Shaken Faith is good against like Izzet decks that cast a lot of spells or copy spells. There's just quite a few decks in this format that copy spells, so that completely hoses them. Rampaging Ferocidon is also good against cats because of the 1 life that the opponent takes from the cat coming back into the battlefield. It's also good against life gain decks because it stops players from gaining life. And then yeah, that's pretty much the deck. So we're doing a traditional historic event, and we're going to try to get 5 wins. So let's get into it. All right, game 1, match 1. We are on the play. We have a decent hand. We can play our den and our Bomat out. Swinging for 1 damage. I think now we'll just do 3 to face. And swing in for 1. Thought erasure, okay. They target electrostatic blast. So we can hit them with the other one. Swing in for 1. Now if they try to kill the Bomat courier, we can just exile it and swap hands. Swap our hand out. Okay. Gonna lead with a mountain. Swing for 1. Actually, it's possible that I just wanted to... Yeah. I should have static discharged beforehand, but it is what it is. Alright. I'm gonna run out my Thermo Alchemist. It's funny because the reason I played the mountain the last turn first was so that I could use my sorcery spell, but I should have thought about the fact that it would have made more sense to hit them for damage first. Alright, they're gonna bedevil our Thermal Alchemist, sure. So now we deal 2, and electrostatic blast triggers. I think it makes sense for us to use light up the stage. And we get a den. And let's swing in with another Bomat courier here. Looks like they're like a control build. They're probably playing planeswalkers in this one. So I'm going to swing for 2. And I don't think we need the Thermo anymore. Just play Bone Crusher. And swing for another 3 Spectacle. And we pretty much have lethal on board now. We can both use our Den of the Bugbear, or swing in with a Bone Crusher. But that'll do it for game 1. Alright, so I know they're more of a control-y build here. They're playing less creatures, so we'll probably take out the Bone Crushers. We do have a fair amount of removal for creatures. I think I'll take out 2 Disciples and bring in Rolling Vortex. Actually, probably a good deck for the Grims, and I'll play Chandra's. See how it goes. Not exactly sure if that was the right cuts, but I don't think it's a terrible one. Okay, decent hand. So we lead with our Bomat. Alright, so we're coming in with our Bomat courier here. Nice. Ping themselves. Alright, they're gonna Legion's End. Now we can Rolling Vortex. Alright, play our thermo. Hopefully they can't kill it, but they likely will. Legion's End again, sure. Alright, I'm going to static discharge them. And then light up the stage. Get a land. And another static discharge. And they're gonna say GG there, fair enough. We definitely out-aggroed them. And we can move to game 2. Alright, got a decent little opening hand here. Gonna lead with the Dun of the Bear Bug, follow up with Thermo. Soul Word, okay. I haven't seen this card before. Whenever Age Level unit enters the battlefield or you cast a party spell, choose a creature card in your hand. It eventually gets +1/+1. Okay. So let's hit them. Skewer. Suppose we skewer their angel. And again, and I'm going to Bone Crusher Giant their Soul Warden here. I just don't want them to be gaining life. I don't know what they're trying to do with that, and I imagine it's pretty important for their deck. Esper Sentinel. Sure. Alright, I'm gonna ping them again. And I think I'll play Dragon Rage Channeler now. And just skewer their Sentinel and pay. Play with fire. Probably put to the board. To the graveyard, I mean. Alright, say go. Bishop. Sure. So we'll ping them at end step. Move to our turn. And let's ping. Light up the stage. Play Den. And I'm going to play another Thermo. There you go. They swing for 1. Ping on their end step again. Move to our turn. And alright. Guess we can just try to get rid of their flyer here. So I'm gonna lead with Stomp. And then I'll hit them with Electrostatic Blast. Sure, they make a flyer. Swing for 3. Okay, say go. Glass pool mimic, okay. We'll ping them on unstep. And same idea. I think I'm just gonna hit them to face, because if we get another burn spell and kill them, and we did, so that's GG. So we definitely want to bring in the Ferocidons, and I think we can cut the Bone Crushers. I'm going to take out 2 Torelfs and put in the Chandras for the bishops. Alright, this hand isn't great, but I think it's keepable. We have no early play, but I think we have a decent set of cards in our hand here. So I'll Electrostatic Blast the Warden. Valerie, yeah. So I'm gonna Static Discharge their face. And then light up the stage. Okay. Sure. So play a land. And we want to get rid of some things. Just not sure what order I want to do this. I definitely want to get rid of Valerie. I guess I'd just play out Chandra. And
I know. I am hot, aren't I?
if I plus, she could potentially survive a turn. So let's plus, gain 2 mana, and then we'll Static Discharge the Valerie. So they swing in for 4, bring it down to 1. Bishop, yep. So I think we can just plus here and light up the stage. Play a land. Play a Dragon Channeler. Light up the stage again. Sure. Okay, I think they pretty much got this, so I'm just gonna move to the next game. I mean, I guess there is a world where we can survive. Sure.
I don't need this.
Oh yeah, wait, no. Alright, that's GG. Alright. Yeah, same plan. I think we just kept a bad hand there. Yeah, this hand's better. Play out courier. Alright, courier again. And light up the stage. Should have done that. I should have attacked first, then let it light up the stage, then played the Den Bear bug. But let's play it out now. And swing both. Bottom the Torel. Kill their bishop. Valkyrie. It's gonna kill their Valkyrie now. Swing for 4. Unfortunately, we don't get to play anything off of the electrostatic blast. I think I've been playing this a little bit awkwardly, but it's okay. So let's swing for 3. Light up the stage. Perfect. Frostodon's exactly what we want. So we'll play that. Land. There you go. Yeah, I've been playing this one a little bit sloppy, but it looks like we're in a pretty good position still. So let's hit their Inquisitor. Bottom Channeler. And we can do 4 to face. And we have almost lethal. Oh, I guess we could have just done 3 to face, 4 to face, and killed them with the channeler. So be it. Looks like they might have just backed out of the round here. Sure. do another 4 to face. And then lethal. Okay, GG's. I didn't even think we had lethal there, but it worked out in our favor. So we'll move to game 3. All right, game 3 here. First 2 went quite well. Let's lead with our channeler. I think I'm okay to get rid of this tenacious pup. And we can swing in for 1, light up the stage. All right. Sure. So we'll play the land off the top, swing for 1. Oof. Play thermo, and then skewer. And then natural growth, okay. Swing in with Ralph. But first I'll play with fire and try to get Beggarman's Channeler flying. We need a creature in the grave. So I think we actually want to keep our static discharge. But let's swing for 4. Okay. Oh, doesn't even matter because we have shuffled it in the grave. So no bigs. Tenacious pup. Okay. Yep. Solid, solid. We could do. Let's see here. I think we should have close to lethal. If we ping, we deal 1, then 3. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll probably get our channeler flying. So let's see. Yep, we get the courier in. And that's game. They have reach? No. Okay. GG's. Okay, that worked out well. I haven't played against this deck before. Looks like they have some life gain thing going on, but they're more of like a mono green deck. Guess it could make sense to bring in more removal. So let's take out 1 to Ralph. Probably 1 thermo. Or actually, probably keep a thermo. Take out a bone crusher. Bring in 2 braids. I think that should be good. See how it goes. All right, all right. Decent little hand. So let's lead with our Bomat Courier. Play Ranger class. Sure. So I guess we'll just electrostatic blast that now. Swinging for 1 again. Sure. So let's play our channeler. And then on end step we can hit them for 2. Surveil. Okay. Bit of a waste, but it is what it is. Another channeler is fine. Play our channeler. Get in for 4 here. Okay, looking like we're in a pretty good position. We could light up the stage. I think that's the play. Light up the stage for its full cost. Try to get channelers off the ground. Not looking too successful, unfortunately. But we did... Oh, we did actually. Okay, good. And we can also play our courier. Swing in for 10. And we conjure up some lightning bolts again. And light up the stage. Get ourselves a bolt, sure. And that's gonna be GG. Sure. Took him by surprise, went in real aggro. Success. Alrighty. Game 1. This is actually a deck where you can keep a 1-land hand quite often, especially when you have a Dragon Rage Channeler in hand, so I'm going to keep this hand. Opponent mulligans. So let's lead with the channeler. Swing in for 1. And I'm going to static discharge them as well. Play Conspicuous Snoop. They might be playing Muxus. Anyway, let's hit their Conspicuous Snoop here. I think this land can go to the grave. And what do we need? We need a creature in the grave. So let's hit them for another 1. Not a creature, but I'll take the burn spell. Swing in for 1. Alright, Bone Crusher Giant, their goblin here. I guess we'll keep the burn spell again. Swing in for 1. Hoping they don't play a creature again. Sure. Alright. So now we can swing in for 1. Light up the stage. Put Thermo in the grave. Let's Guess we'll just skewer. Hit them for another 3. And we'll keep the land. Because next turn I think we have them dead on board. Unless they can kill our Dragon Rage Channeler. Franco, sure. Make a bunch of goblins. But I don't think that'll do it. Because we can swing for 3. Skewer. And then play with fire. Okay. So I think we want the Ferocidons. The Thermos might be too slow. It's always nice to have a couple. But yeah, I still think they're too slow. Might even want to take out a couple Disciples here and just bring in more removal. Yeah, I think that's good. Go with that. If they're playing Muxus, we basically just want to like destroy all their goblins. Okay, match 2, game 4. Not really a hand we want to keep, so mulligan is better. I think we can cut the skewer here. Play a land. Follow up with the land. Conspicuous Snoop. Hit that. Play our Dragon Rage Channeler. They say go, which is kind of scary. Probably gonna braid it or something. Oh, they don't hit our Ferocidon. Okay. Franco. It's just a braid their Cranko here. Surveil. Put our Dragon Rage Channeler in the grave. And I think we can now shoot them for another 3. Our Bowmat Courier, yeah, that's good. So our Dragon Rage Channeler has Delirium now. And we can swing him for 6. Alright, they're gonna swing in for 4. Make a goblin. And we swing back for 6. And skewer them to face. Say GG's. This is working out well. Just a disclosure, it doesn't always work out this well with this deck. But it's a good run today. Alright, game 5. Pretty good little hand. I say that quite often. I found myself saying a pretty good little hand quite often, but it is a pretty good little hand, I have to say. Alright, let's play our Bomat Courier first. Swing in for 1. And we can swing in for 1 again. I guess we want to play our Channeler and then the stage. Take that one that we didn't need to take. Put a land to the grave. Sure. Okay. They're gonna hit our Bomat Courier. Fair enough. And swinging for 1. And we'll just play our Bone Crusher Giant out. It's a 4/3. Alright, they're gonna Minimus contain it. Fair enough. I'm gonna actually use that mana now to deal 2 and surveil. I don't think we need the thermo. It's just a little too late in the game for that. Play our den. Swing for 3 here. And let's see what they do. Depending on their play, we'll electric stat. Okay. They gain a life. So let's electrostatic blast them. Terrelf is fine, but he can block it, so I think we'll just bottom. Mountains, not so great, but let's get in. Okay, they take 6. Alright. Gain 2. I don't know why they said good game. They're still in this. Maybe they meant good game like they're gonna beat us. So we want to draw a removal spell. Electrostatic Blast is pretty good. Let's do that. Nice, we get another Electrostatic Blast. And we'll finish him off with the Skewer here. Alright, went well. Deck's on fire today. Okay, so they're life gain. And we could bring in Chandra. I don't think that's the worst idea. I don't know if thermos are the most effective against this build. Can probably also cut... I mean, we want burn spells against them. And I was thinking the Chandra for the core celebrant. So I guess we can cut some Terrelf for the Chandras, because they can block the Terrelfs, but the Chandras are going to be able to get rid of the core celebrants. Okay, good opening hand. The cleric class. Looks like they're just playing like the generic green-white clerics deck. The one that you get from just starting the game. But it's possible they're playing a better version. Out of a hole. Sure. So let's hit them with 2. Yeah, take another one of those. And we'll light up the stage. Oh wow. Game's giving us a sign that we need to play this. Alright, so let's play our Ferocodon. There you go. Sure. So just ran out another one. Why not? Swinging for 3. It definitely looks like they're just playing the generic. I don't know if they meant to play standard, but they're playing like a standard deck in this historic event. And they didn't get lands, unfortunately. So get down to Ralph. We take 2. And let's swing for 9. I think opponent's a little bit salty about not drawing any lands, which is fair. But I'd like to get this this event wrapped up now, seeing as we're right at the finish line here. They get their land. Take 2. And in typical Burn fashion, we will finish the game with the lightning bolt. All right. Well, that went fantastic. I don't think we even lost a match, thinking back, which is pretty solid. But I gave a disclosure before, and I'll give a disclosure again. If you're watching this video, this deck doesn't always perform this well. I've done this event quite a few times, and I think I've won the historic event once or twice with it. So keep in mind that if you're going against like control or, you know, anything that kind of drags out games, mid-range builds, it can be a bit of a letdown. But the thing is, if you get your opponent by surprise, it's just nearly impossible for them to come back from the loss. Like, if you get the first game, your chances of winning the event are a lot higher. So if you do play this deck and you try it out, just keep that in mind. Just do your best to get a good opening hand and win the first game, because usually what happens is you take your opponent by surprise, and then you get lucky on the second or third game because they'll sideboard in for in response to what your deck's doing. So yeah, like I said, if you play this deck, just keep all that in mind. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed what you watched, then please comment, like, or subscribe. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.